Well, would you look at this? It's a flashback. Except it's not. Well, it is. Literally. The Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. We've reviewed a couple Bucky. Well, we reviewed one Bucky figure on this channel before. He's up there. There he is. Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier Bucky. In his tunic with his gold black armor. Well, this is a figure based on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Except it isn't. Yes, it's a Disney Plus figure. Yes, it's a bonus Disney Plus figure, one of a couple we've had, including Mobius, who I really wish I could get hold of. If you want to help me at the time of this recording, he's on my Amazon wishlist for a reasonable price. But this figure is the Winter Soldier Flashback figure from the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Great painting of Bucky there on the side in his Winter Soldier / Civil War style. Winter Soldier. Though Bucky Barnes has fought to become himself again in his darkest nightmares, his greatest fear comes to life, that he is still the Winter Soldier. With a great painting of him. That's a gorgeous picture. Amazing work there. Who's the artist on this? Is it the fella who's on Instagram who does the artwork? We'll figure it out. He's a good guy. But anyway, point is, it looks great. We've already had a Winter Soldier, though. This one. From the 2014 Captain America and the Winter Soldier wave. He was one of 6 figures. It was comic book Zemo, Red Skull, and Modern Captain America, and Winter Soldier movie, Winter Soldier, Captain America in his stealth suit, and Black Widow. And they built the Mandroid. This is a pretty good figure, as is. Like, it's pretty spot on. If you, like me, that's still your favourite film in the MCU, Captain America and the Soldier to me is still the undefeated top film in the MCU. I love it. One of those few ones where you can just whack it on, watch it, and have a great time. This is a great figure if, obviously, you thought that the Winter Soldier was the villain of that movie, which he was. He was the main antagonist until, obviously, toward the end, where he's talked back round by his best friend. And it's left ambiguous as to whether or not he'll be a good guy or not. We, of course, now know that he does become a good guy. But he's got the ski mask. And the muzzle, as it were. Problem is, he didn't come with that gun. That's a Punisher gun from an old Toy Biz figure. He came with, the bottom of this box of accessories, see this big red alien-looking rifle? That's what he came with, because for some reason the figures in that wave didn't come with any weapons. They all came with goofy weapons. Like, comedically over-the-top sci-fi weapons. Which is annoying, because obviously you kind of want him to have his knife. Or any gun. That's why I'm really excited about opening this guy, because it's an updated version of that figure. Obviously based on the 2021 Disney Plus series, and how he looked in the flashback, but we've got weapons. First figure since, like, Cable from the Deadpool 2 wave to have a decent selection of weapons, including his big old bloody knife. And, you'll notice, 2 head sculpts. The lower face mask without the goggles, so that's new, and a full-on, like, uncovered Bucky Barnes face. It's interesting, because the original one came with that too. Let's look at them. Oh, that's... Oh no. I mean, yes, it's got the eyeshadow that he does normally wear, but that is not... No. I have never displayed him with this head, because it just... Who is this? Who is this? I don't know. Time to see if this new one's going to overshadow the original, or at least provide a nice alternative. Let's get him open. Well, would you look at these lovely boys? This is pretty much the exact same sculpt, which is sort of expected, because, you know, they're based off of the same period in time for the character. You can probably see that the most notable differences are the paint applications. The original Winter Soldier one has a lighter paint scheme. The jacket of the brown is much browner. The newer one has a darker sort of brown-black wash on his costume. It is the same sculpt, which is sensible. Like, yes, there's been 7+ years between the two toys, but like, if it's the same costume, why would you change anything? The straps are where the main differences come in. The external accessories, the loose straps around his waist and his chest, because the difference this time is they have silver paint job on them. So like here you can see his chest, you can see there's a buckle, but it's just brown like the rest of the material. Whereas here, the same buckle has been painted silver. So it's an upgraded paint scheme, essentially. Sculpting wise, for the new accessory, definitely an improvement. As you can see here, there's the two heads. It makes you realise that the old head is a different sculpt entirely, not just the hair, which is very obvious. But, you know, this face, the camera will focus on it. Focus on his face, camera. It's trying. It's not trying very hard, but it's trying. There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, like just profile-wise, it's not quite the same. This one you can... Oh, excuse me! On this one you can see sort of Sebastian Stan's profile somewhat in terms of the sculpt, but it's just not quite right. It's like this one's been done from reference and this one's been done from a scan. I'm sure they were both done from a scan, but this one's a lot better. Paint-wise, look at that. Excuse me again. Like the slight 5 o'clock shadow, it's very faint. The blue of the eyes, the darkness around the brow, especially the eyebrows themselves, the pink of the lip. Like that is. The hair as well. That is a really, really good Winter Soldier Sebastian Stan. This would be perfect for anybody who's custom figure builder and wants to paint it up a little to give the eyeshadow, the war paint around the face of the original for their Winter Soldier figure from back in the day. Or if you wanted to customize him for a Civil War Winter Soldier, like I know there was a Civil War Winter Soldier, I never managed to get hold of him, but if you wanted to make, say, him in his civvies and stuff, newspapers in your shoes, Bucky, this won't be a bad option. His articulation is what you'd expect, because it's the same as the original figure. He has a swivel on the old ankles, and they go backwards and forwards. No turn at the calf, no matter what the boot may make you think. Double knee joint, swivel at the top of the thigh. Legs do what you'd expect them to do. Waist has a slightly restricted swivel because of the rubber piece depicting his gear. He has a decent ab crunch. Perfect for aiming his gun, not holding a bigger firearm. That is a loose piece that is not loose in the literal sense, but you know, it's a separate piece. His arm bends at the shoulder, in and out, up and down and around. Oh, come on, Bucky. It's a little stiff, so do be careful. There's a swivel at the top of the arm. Double elbow joint, and his wrists bend inwards and outwards, perfect for firearm positioning. One notable difference between the original release and this one is his arm. Either the design in the Disney Plus series was a little bolder because his red star is much bigger and further up the shoulder. But as you can see, this one is, it's got grooves in it, and the grooves have got black paint inside to emphasise the folds of the mechanical sculpt. Whereas this one, there's also a slight colour difference in the gloves. It's like you see more of his hand in this one, in a gap in the top of the glove, than you can in this one. This one, as you can see, is made from a different material. A slightly more sort of gel-like plastic that, upon articulating him when he got out of the box, just to give him a stretch, made this joint very loose right away. So, my warning to you now is, if you get in the new guy, favour his right arm for accessories, not his metal arm, because ironically, his metal arm feels brittle. That's a downgrade. Shame, because the rest of him is a massive upgrade. I mean, look at the sculpt of the masked head. It's the same sculpt as the unmasked head. So the eyes are the same intense blue, the brow's great, but he's got the muzzle on, which I think is a more accurate muzzle than the original. about the same, but obviously this one's without the goggles. It's a great Winter Soldier. How does accessories fare? Well, we've already looked at his spare head. But what of his arsenal? He comes with a big old bloody rifle that got a little bit bent in the box. Nothing that some positioning or hot water and then cold water can't help but fix, but some really nice details. I do wonder if this is similar to one of the pieces that Cable has. But we'll see. It's just nice to have him, have weapons. He also comes with a handgun with a massive, big, bloody extended range thing on the front there. He comes with a slightly alternate version of the handgun with an alternate clip and an extended magazine for more bullets. So again, they're not the same piece, but they're a similar piece. Some slight differences, like around the trigger. And he comes with, about damn time, considering one of the most famous moments of the whole movie is him dropping his knife from one hand to the other mid-fight with Captain America, is a dirty, dirty serrated knife. It's not dirty, it's got no dirt effects on it, but what a great inclusion. It feels right to have this, because it's a very key weapon of his in that era of his life. Shall we see what he looks like in action? Gotta say, he's looking pretty gnarly. As someone who's a huge fan of... I really enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but my favourite MCU movie is still Captain America the Winter Soldier, so to have an upgraded version of that character is a joy. I'm so happy we got this guy. Cannot wait to add him to the shelf. Where will I display him? That's the question. With the Winter Soldier figures, of which there are only 2, because the Black Widow came with an Avengers head, so she's displayed with my Avengers figures. I'll probably display this guy with the Falcon and Winter Soldier figures. He looks great. Do you like him? Would you want to own him? Do you want to help me get more toys to review if you like these figure reviews? You can head to the links down in my description, go to my Amazon wishlist or my PayPal to help top me reet up. I would greatly appreciate it. Under no pressure to do that, of course. It's completely voluntary. You could support me in other ways by just liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, subscribing or favoriting the vid if you enjoyed it. I've got more toy reviews on the way. As of this recording, the next ones I'm filming, don't know if they'll be the next release, but the next ones I'm filming are the Spider-Man Retro Wave 2, the second full-on retro wave, featuring 3 Spider-Men, Shocker, Hammerhead, and Hobgoblin. So those will be the next ones I film. What do you think of the Winter Soldier figure? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you all very soon.